Hello!
Hello, everyone!
Hello, friends! Welcome to Heath's Barnside Chat. My name's Derek.
And my name is Nicole.
Oh,
Special guest appearance.
Special guest appearance. I'm executive director and co-founder, and Nicole Ceruto is senior animal caregiver. It's so good to see everybody. The comments are starting to come in.
Hello, everyone.
Let's shout some folks out here. We got Sylvia. Hello to Sylvia from Montreal. I saw Texas.
Ooh.
We got Shauna from New York.
Eileen from England. Hello.
Hello. Midland, Ontario. Oh, it's beautiful up in Midland.
I've never been.
You've never been up to Midland? Oh
Add it to the list.
Add it to the list. It is a beautiful sun-shining day at Heath's, and of course Happily Ever After Farm Sanctuary is located in Campbellville, Ontario, Canada. How are you? How was your week? It's so good to see you. And everybody that's new to the program, welcome, welcome, welcome. This week on Barnside Chat, we are going to talk about resident update. We're going to talk about Mr. Denver's eye.
Oh, yes.
We're going to talk about the Goat Bingo Experience box event that happened this past weekend, and we're going to dive deep into the magic rainbow bag, which is here. Oh, check it out. I picked up a hitchhiker on the magic rainbow bag.
That's pretty cool.
There's a new Heath's
luggage tag?
Luggage tag.
Oh,
yeah,
maybe I need that for my vacation.
Check that bad boy out. You absolutely do. That was an item that was in the Goat Experience.
Oh, cool.
And I was like, oh, that needs to go on my rainbow bag. And then we're going to talk, of course, about the laser update. Pew, pew. Have you done any involuntary laser treatments?
Involuntary? What do you mean?
Yeah, like, have you heard of the involuntary laser setting on the... No? So the laser is so powerful that you could be a really...
Standing away,
standing away, and I could give you the involuntary laser treatment.
I don't believe so, or not knowingly anyways.
Does your neck feel better?
A little bit. My wrist suddenly doesn't hurt as much.
So much has happened this week on the farm, and of course on Barnside Chat, we're going to give you a little snippet, a little update of everything that has happened around the farm. The next slide here is going to cover my face here, but these are caregiver updates about Denver, Enrique, Elaine, and Kramer, and then of course health checks that are going to happen this week.
That have happened.
Oh, did they already happen?
That have happened. We've been very busy. Yeah, we've been very busy.
So Brian, Robert, Bradley, Alexander, Pumpkin, Audrey, Helen, Benjamin, Zeke, Penelope, Iona, Escalade, Winifred, Gilbert, and Catherine.
Yeah, it's been a good week.
Wow.
So as of today, we are 100% caught up on health checks. Whoa, yeah, which is very, very good. We try and keep as close to the schedule as possible. So very good stuff.
And it's good that we're all caught up because there's something going on right now with Mr. Denver.
There sure is.
Denver has had this repeat flare-up that has been happening in his left eye.
Yep.
And his right eye looks totally normal.
Perfect.
If you only see him from this side, man, he looks perfect.
Have no idea.
He looks so handsome. But the second he turns this way and looks at you, his eye is swelling up. And it's been up and down, up and down, up and down. Like it's been fine.
A couple times, since I think like late May or June is the first time it flared up.
Go ahead, give us an update. What's happening with Denver?
Well, just real quick, good news first. He looks amazing. I came back after my weekend and I was like, oh my gosh, Denver, you look fabulous.
That makes me happy.
Yes, thank gosh. So we had our vet come out last week. So we had him in the chute that we have up at the cow barn, got his head nice and secured. So our vet took a look, stained his eye to check for any corneal ulcers, took a bacterial swab as well that we sent off to the lab just to kind of see exactly what we're dealing with.
Yep.
But it seems like there's an abscess in the eye. That we've been treating. So I'm happy to report it's doing much, much better. Unfortunately, poor Denver needs an antibiotic injection every day for at least 5 days. Today is day 4, maybe 5. Huge improvement. He also has 3 eye drops that he's getting 3 times daily, 5 minutes apart. And I'm happy to say it's going really, really well, because normally Denver is one of those residents that we're more hands off with him, because he's very large, he's very shy, he has very big horns. But thankfully with the shoot, and then just us working with him repeatedly, he's really, really become comfortable going into the shoot on his own. Yesterday he walked right in.
So proud.
I almost started crying, especially because in the past we've really only just backed him into it.
Yeah.
But earlier this year we had him all the way through, and it's amazing.
The new location on that barn is perfect for
really
this repeat, sort of merry-go-round, push them around and around. Well, that's good, because I was really concerned about how the caregivers were going to be administering medicine to his eyes that many times a day.
Exactly.
I was like, is he just going to live in the squeeze?
Yeah. I mean, I was even worried, like, is he going to have to lose that eye, because it looked really, really bad last week. So, but it's healed. Yeah, it's healed remarkably well. I mean, we still have a little bit to go, but it's going really well. And then in terms of giving him the eye drops, we get him in the squeeze, so the cattle shoot once in the afternoon to do his eye drops as well as his antibiotic injection. But for the other 2 sets of eye drops during the day, literally he just comes up to the gate in the barn. We give him a little bowl of food, and that keeps him busy. And then you're able to just go in, open up his eye, put him in, and then you're good to go. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I was scared at first. I was like, oh, how is this gonna go?
I could feel the energy of the group being like, oh my gosh, this is completely changing the whole day, every day, for the rest of the until that clears up.
Yeah, but honestly, it's been going really, really well. Yesterday, like start to finish, the whole treatment, like getting everything set up, getting him through the shoot, all the medications, less than an hour, like perfect. And I, knock on wood, suspect it'll be very smooth after this as well.
Kudos to the team.
It's been going really well. I'm really happy.
Definitely a point we're celebrating. Celebrating.
Yes.
Nicole is joining us today. Andrea's off today because Andrea was playing Goat Bingo with us on Saturday. So Nicole is filling in for Andrea. So it's a super nice treat to have you on the Barnside Chat.
Nice to be back.
We're going to jump over to Bear Care Healthcare Corner video, which I'm going to play a little clip of it just to tease you, and we'll be right back.
Hi, it's caregiver Bailey. I just finished giving Denver some Medicam for his arthritis. He gets it every other night. I had to give some to Pouty as well, because you can't give one food without the other getting it. They are currently in 8F. Their pasture is right there with their barn. They're just here for the night so that facilities can work on their pasture. Oh, I think they're done. Trading bowls. Go boys. They have lots of grass up here because this area hasn't been touched for quite a while, so the grass.
So make sure that you check out the Bear Care Healthcare Corner videos. Every single week you get to meet new team members, and you get to see everything that they are up to as it relates to administering the world-class individualized care program to each and every single one of the residents. And that, of course, was Bailey. It was bingo box experience this past weekend. It is something that I have been long anticipating. We had a lot of fun getting ready for the goat box bingo. We all tie-dyed aprons as a group. We revealed our aprons to the group. My apron, I was really light on the dye. Mine, I almost was like, you
have to go pretty hard. Yeah, really saturate.
So we had bingo with the goats experience box. That was on Saturday. It was a busy week on the farm on Saturday. There were tours on the farm, and we did the experience box goat bingo. How did we do it? How in the world did this all happen? Well, I wasn't really sure how it was all going to work out, but this is kind of how it went. We let the goats out onto the field. We had balls out all across the field. All the balls had bingo numbers on them, like 069 and B1. Obama. And Obama was choosing those numbers so fast. Andrea and I could not keep up. We had somebody filming. Sue was filming from above, so we could, if we needed to stop and review the footage about which balls were touched first. But my gosh, there's me laughing at the
So
sky.
funny.
How fast that Obama was definitely, it was Obama bingo.
Absolutely.
Basically.
He was training his whole life for this. Like, it paid off.
We gave some great prizes away. There were about 120 of us all gathered with our boxes. We opened them up. Everybody tie-dyed their aprons ahead of time. And we played 5 games of bingo with
5.
the goats.
Oh my gosh.
So we had it all set up in the goat barn.
Yeah.
And then we were like, okay, let's open up the barn and let a few of the goats in. Gilbert and Elmer, thank you. They came busting on the
Not
scene,
surprised.
and they were just like, the cameras were flying, the tables were bouncing. We're like, okay. We had to get everybody out of the barn. We let Diablo be in the barn, like on the opposite side. In terms of having the goats inside the barn with us, it was almost a catastrophe.
Chaotic.
It was chaotic. Everybody got mailed to them a box that included a bunch of things that they didn't know what they were going to get. And one of the items that they got was this fancy tumbler here with the Love Lives Here logo on it. And it's a hot and cold. It's my new favorite.
I love the colors on that print. I really, really like it. Yeah,
it's
the little
my
rainbow.
New favorite. And I'm happy to report it's microwave safe. I was like, okay,
they usually are.
I put it in and I was like, okay, am I cooking this right now? Like,
you did it without knowing?
I did. I took a deep, I was like, they told me it was. They told me it was. So thank you to everybody that partook in the Heath's Bingo. We had an awesome time, and there's another experience box coming up. It's a wellness experience box, and it's going to be held in October. So keep your eyes peeled for that. These folks out and about grazing. Well, we got Ted, Knoxley,
and Malcolm.
Malcolm's to the closest to my shoulder.
Yes, exactly.
Right over my shoulder there. And they're up there on pasture. I don't know if you've had a chance to look up this week, but the moon is shining pretty bright. And it's right up over the Heaps barn, and when you take a photo of it,
it's so nice.
It looks like the sun, some of the photos. So if you have a chance to look up, you should absolutely do that this time of year. Tonight's going to be another clear night, so I'm looking forward to seeing the moon. Have you ever seen one of these? You ever seen one of these before? This is a bug. Yeah.
Andrew and I saw one last week by Barn 8. A little one.
What, I call them a stick bug. I don't know what you all call them.
That's the correct scientific word. 100%.
It looks like a twig, and they look like they're from a different planet.
Totally.
It's so I saw that little guy. You're going to be excited about this one. We'll have to center ourselves up here on the screen. Come a little closer here. The video is going to cover. And look at there. Look at these mushrooms. Here, come over a little bit closer to me. There you go. These orange mushrooms.
Yeah. Because of all the rain, the mushrooms have been amazing.
It has been. Some mushrooms you can only eat once, so definitely check them out. And then there are these pig nuts that are falling.
Yes.
It's fall. Fall is upon us. And there's these mushrooms too. These red ones that I found. Red ones and orange ones.
A lot of good stuff.
Yeah, a lot of good stuff.
There was a cute yellow one behind us somewhere that I was taking a picture of this morning.
I saw you down on the ground taking the photo. The river is flowing fast right now, and the water is high. It's unlike any other year that we've had.
This summer has been wild. Like, the fact that we still have mud in August is unreal.
Yeah, usually it's dust.
Yeah, exactly.
Usually it's just dust.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I'm going to put on a clip here of Kevin, who's explained an emergency that happened at the sanctuary and what we did about it.
Good morning, everyone. Kevin here. I'm the facilities manager at Happily Ever After Farm Sanctuary. Today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about our tree trimming protocols and fundraising. As you all know, a recurring item on our fundraisers or during our fundraisers is tree trimming. And part of that is to make sure that the resident areas are safe. We bring in professional arborists. They come in, they identify troublesome trees or things that might be dangerous for the residents. And then they come in and they take them down, they chip them. We use the chips for our mulch paths to make those nice and safe for the volunteers to walk on. but sometimes unexpected things occur as well. Last year, you may remember that a tree fell about 20 feet from the brand new facilities building behind me. Thankfully, it didn't cause any damage. It fell right over the fence and didn't actually damage anything. The tree was so big, though, that we still had to bring the tree trimmers in to take care of it and cut it up, and they made everything nice and safe for us. Well, another incident occurred just a couple weeks ago where Daniel, one of our farm assistants, was out trimming some bushes next to our communications tower, and a massive crack happened, and then this huge branch came down. Sadly, the security cameras weren't pointing in that direction, so they didn't capture it. So because our sanctuary is so social media focused and we are very, very online and the internet is extremely important, we considered this project, since it was so close to the communications tower, a priority. So we had the tree trimmers come out the very next day and take care of this project for us. So these are the offices, and then directly next to that is the communications tower. And you might not be able to see it from the video, but there are 3 groups of cables that come off of it that anchor into trees to keep it stable. Well, one of those anchor points was the tree that was having issues. Thankfully, we have a good relationship with the tree trimming company, and they were able to run someone out that day to give us a quote, and then the following morning they came out and took care of the dangerous tree. Oh my gosh, it's so bright all of a sudden. Events like this just go to show you how valuable your donor dollars are towards these very important projects. Even though we aren't always planning for them, it's great to have these contingencies in place so that we can take care of these issues when they arise. Thanks, everyone. Bye.
All right. Yeah, you could see how that tree coming down into the communications tower could be a showstopper for us here at the farm. So good job to Kevin's team for recognizing that problem and getting it dealt with right away. And the tree trimmers are actually going to come back and they're going to do that whole area because there's about, I think there's 18 cables that come off of that tower that are all surrounded by trees.
Yeah,
so
it's a little kind of messy, right?
They're going to do a bunch of tree trimming in that area. It's time for the magic rainbow bag. It's here filled with all of the questions and my lip plumper, all of the latest things, all of the latest questions. If you have a question that you would like answered, all you have to do is put it in the comment feed below, or you can private message us, or you can send a letter to Claudia, the cat, and Claudia will let us know what your questions are for the week. Here is the first question. The bag is, it's a light bag this week, so let's see. First question. Do the animals have favorites or preferred people? Oh, for sure they do. Yeah. Absolutely. 100%. They absolutely have their favorite people. And they can smell them. They can hear them. They can feel their vibe and their energy when they're coming.
Totally.
Yeah, it's, and they can tell time too. They know, like.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So they definitely have their own preferred people. And will Ferdinand get a bear? Get a beard. I bet that was supposed to say. Will Ferdinand get a beard like Corno? And I think so.
Yeah. His is really small right now because he's just a teenage turkey right now. So when Ferdinand first arrived, I guess right before Christmas, like late December last year, he had just like the littlest little nub of a turkey beard. It's probably maybe that long now. I might be making that up. It's grown a little bit since he's come, but as he grows and matures, it will get longer, which is pretty exciting.
Good question. And we'll leave out a little tiny razor and a little tiny shaving cream so he can
make sure he looks good, of course.
How he wants his beard. What kind of laser? Ooh. Okay, so this question has been up on the screen. This is the third time because the first time I was like, I got distracted and went off and did something completely different. The second time came up on the screen. We were like, oh, I was like, I need to look at my phone
Right.
and see what kind of laser it is. And then Andrea answered another question.
And then you forgot.
And we totally did not answer the question. So it's a Summit laser. And I've seen it go up to 35 watts, and it gets warm. It gets hot. Like that is, I think that's like the involuntary setting, like where it's 35 watts, the maximum amount of power
Makes sense.
that can come out of it. You can feel the warmth and the residents stretch right into it. They love it. It is definitely an asset for the farm to have. It's time. I told you that the rainbow bag was short. I told you there's hardly anything in there. It really is all my lip plumper. So remember, folks, if you have a question that you would like answered for next week's Magic Rainbow Bag session, please put it in the comment feed below, and our kind admin moderator, Christine. Hello, Christine, who is moderating your language and also has their finger on the 3-second delay button because we don't know what Nicole's going to do.
You never know. Wild card.
So that's it for the rainbow bag portion. We're going to now check in. It's time for the Sanctuary Weather Report with Nicole. I don't know if you knew this, but Nicole is a meteorologist.
Yes, I also just learned this. So
here is the weather, Nicole, for today.
The weather today is just unreal. Same as yesterday. We're thankfully kind of, fingers crossed, knock on wood, kind of summer's starting to taper off a little bit. We'll still have some intense heat, but a beautiful 21 degrees. So when I come in the morning right before 7, it's sweater weather. So it's nice and cozy. I can enjoy my coffee, nice breeze.
This week.
Yeah, the lack of humidity. It's going to get hotter though.
here's this week's weather.
Yeah, so we're going to enjoy these cooler temperatures for now. Yeah, I think next weekend up to 30 degrees Celsius. Oh my goodness.
September is one of my favorite months, and we're coming into it. Fall in Ontario, Canada is a wonderful time of year. It's beautiful sunsets.
Agreed. Especially like the last half of September, once it really does start to get cooler, everything, leaves start to change color. We've got the goldenrod blooming all over the property already, which for me is like, oh my gosh, it's almost fall. It's amazing. Fall.
I saw some of the sumac trees are starting to get that frightened red lick through them. And when I went to pick up the post the other day, I noticed one Canadian maple tree that was like spooked red. It was all red. Everybody else has still holding on to green. So I love fall, and it's gonna mean it's gonna be pumpkin time around here.
I know, and then it's gonna be winter.
Oh, we don't want to talk about winter.
I know.
30 weeks of winter. My gosh. Maybe where you live, you don't get winter, but here. We basically prepare when it's not winter.
We're thinking about
it. We prepare for winter.
Yeah.
It's just this constant vicious cycle. If you'd like to join us for a tour, and we hope that you do, there are tours coming up. You can head on over to happilyeverester.ca and click on tours. The next public tour is September. That's a public work day, September the 10th, and then September the 16th is a public tour day.
Ooh, that sounds like a perfect day for a tour, mid-September.
Absolutely. Yep. Not too hot, not too cool. Hopefully the rain will be, well gone. You don't want to meet Lorraine. Not a nice, no, I'm kidding. Hope that there's no rain happening. And there's also going to be an auction happening. So please, scoot you over here. There we go. Attention all crafters, creators, makers, painters, and photographers. We are having another online auction to raise funds for the residents here at the farm. If you'd like to partake, and we hope that you do. Maybe you knit, maybe you paint. I don't know what your medium is, but it does not matter as long as it's handmade. And maybe it could be farm specific. It doesn't have to be, but those items do create more of a charge, and those items do raise more money for the farm. You can check us out on, that's the YouTube symbol there. Look at that. And you can also check us out on Instagram. There is the Instagram. We have TikTok, and you're here finding us on Facebook right now. I would be doing the organization a disservice if I didn't try to encourage you to become a monthly donor. The monthly donors here at the farm are what keep everything going, and they allow us to make smart, financial decisions for the residents. I mean, not everybody can rescue a pig. So you leave that up to us. Not everybody can rescue a chicken.
Right.
Don't you worry. You leave that up to us. To start your monthly donation, head on over to happilyeverester.ca and click on donate. And we certainly hope that you want to join our monthly donors, because the monthly donors really give us peace of mind.
Definitely.
And help us make really wise financial decisions. My gosh, friends, we did it. We made it all the way to the end of another Barnside Chat. I hope you had a fantastic week. And please remember, friends, to monitor compassion fatigue. Most, if not all of us, have heard the words, it's not about having time, it's about making time. Make time for that special animal, that wonderful person, that quiet me time, or that exciting adventure. You so deserve it. Thanks so much for tuning in, friends. Thanks for being a part of the Barnside Chat community. My name's Derek.
My name's Nicole.
And we'll see you next week.
Thank you so
Bye-bye,
much.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
All we need is a place to be and a few good friends for some company. If you'd like to stay, you don't have to leave. We'll leave the lights on and the door unlocked. If you drop on by, you don't have to knock. We're happy to share whatever we've got.